It's the first post-insurrection stream of Really Playing Games, The Extinction Curse. I'm your GM Graham. Joining me today are Sarah as Petra Doldrammus, the Tiefling Magus. We've
comment.
got no comment. Brian is Faith, the Tiefling Monk.
Oh, hi, Graham. How are you?
Good, Brian. A little slow, but we also have Garrett as Fabian Finks, the Catfolk Rogue.
Hi.
We've got Ross as Oarshisk, the Lizardfolk Swashbuckler.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. One slow, one fast today. We also have other Ross as Marion Calder, the Half-Elf Oracle.
Now with 20% more dying value.
And his brother, Horatio, who's being played by Patrick and happens to be a half-elf wizard.
It's a lizard chicken. No.
That's right. Last time you all encountered the dreaded chicken-like cockatrice that has the unfortunate ability to turn people into stone through their bite. Just when you were about to have a nice evening's rest after a shitty couple of days, turns out that no one had seen one of your other performers, Mordain, in quite some time, and you explored around the camp, found some tracks, and found that she had gone for a constitutional amongst these rocks, and unfortunately ran afoul of this cockatrice and turned to stone. Ha! I didn't even mean to do that. I'm so clever. Fighting the cockatrice, unfortunately, another one of you who had just made plans to get a new tattoo, Faith, was also petrified by this beast, and you had to haul the statue of her back to camp to try and find a solution. Also, to make matters even worse, Petra's old ex-boyfriend, Victor Volcano from the circus, the Celestial Menagerie, came after you defeated him and the other members of the Celestial Menagerie earlier in the day for a little conversation, pleading, hoping that Petra may reconsider and pining for her. Blah, 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 blah. Petra didn't take much of that bullshit. But Victor Volcano also came with a warning that the other members of the Celestial Menagerie may be after y'all. So with that, decided that we were going to try to give a shot to the only temple in town, the Church of Golden Laws, and the Nelendrin, the priest banker there, who happened to have some kind of ointment, which was enough for one dose and enough to dispel the petrification on Faith, however, not with some lingering results, at least for the time being. So Petra is currently slowed one, decreasing your actions by one each round.
Am I?
So,
I got slowed.
Sorry, Faith is Faith.
I was like, wait a minute. What happened?
I was looking at Faith and said Petra.
Shag not all tieflings.
Yep. Sorry. Oh shit. Sorry.
Oh.
They're both tieflings. Yikes. Okay. Let's move past that. So, it is about 10 o'clock in the morning of this next day here, and you have all made preparations and intentions to go up to the northwest of town of Aberton and go to this Hermitage of Blessed Lightning, because you think some of the problems that the town is currently being plagued by, this murderous halfling druid, these corrupted demons, and all that kind of shit, is coming from this place. So
We've got some questions.
we've got some questions for those hermits. Is there anything you wish to do, any preparations you wish to make before you set out?
No.
The
The sooner the better. So hopefully we can turn to other. Has Petra told us that we may be facing an imminent attack from?
I thought at the end of last session I said I was going to tell them.
I believe so. And you're gathered together now this
We
morning,
didn't
so you can definitely
specifically.
give them a heads up that,
Yeah.
hey, we might be under attack.
So, wait, I'm trying to remember from last session. I know you just literally.
There was some machine or something.
Yeah.
So something about a machine.
So Victor came to my wagon and he had a lot to say, but interestingly enough, he said that what's her name?
Daring Danica.
Is it Daring Danica's trying to kill us?
Well, in a more broader sense, Mistress
Mistress
Dustlight
Dusklight.
That's what.
of
Yeah.
the Social Menagerie
yeah.
obviously
That
hates
she's
you all.
trying to kill us. He just wanted to give us that warning before it was too late and we were dead. So we might want to watch our backs. Watch each other's backs, guys.
From my knowledge of Victor Volcano, does he seem like someone who would care about any of this, about warning us?
Is he the melodramatic fellow?
Or is this kind of out of character for him?
Awarshisk, what's your bonus to perception?
I think it's a 6. IRC. Oh, it's an 8. An 8 now.
Okay. From what you remember and judgments of how he's been acting recently and how you remembered him back from the Celestial Menagerie, Victor Volcano, although kind of branded as a hothead because of his act and fire juggling, is not quite as unpleasant as some of the other members of the Celestial Menagerie. In fact, he's pretty much altogether and pretty upstanding in what he's done. He's never been one to kind of indulge in the cruelties that Mistress Dustlight will enact on the performers, although people will kind of join in with that. He's pretty, on the level about most things. Obviously, the whole entwined with Petra in toward a romantic affair complicates things a little bit, but, he doesn't seem quite as bad as some of the other members.
Do we have some sort of timetable on that? Petra?
Did he give a timetable? I think he just said, he just figured it was soon, because when I said, can I talk to you later, he said, well, later might be too late. So I think that he just...
soon.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we'll want to wrap up this business at the Hermitage as quickly as possible then.
Yes, let's
Be back by tonight.
and hope that things are. I guess I'll inform the professor or maybe others that to keep an eye on any suspicious goings on, because we may not have seen the end of Dustlight stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back and find the tent on fire or something like that.
The professor gives you his word that he will watch out for anything and put extra people on guard and patrol around the circus tent.
Okay,
All right.
let's
So-
go.
Without further ado, your merry band of circus folk begin the journey to the northwest of Abertin. Along the road, there's a sign that goes and says Hermitage on it as you're leaving out of town and heading off in that direction. So, a couple hours pass rather uneventfully. You're walking through country roads on the Isle of Arran. You do notice that there are barren patches as you kind of come out, little by little from the town. After a few miles, you notice that there was once a farmland here, but now is just completely covered in briars and some brackish, muddy water. The more and more you get toward this direction, you smell sea salt and sea spray, and you can begin to see the ocean off and coming to the coast, this rocky, windswept coast. Not a lot of other civilization out here. But until the road kind of goes and begins to follow this cliffside pathway, kind of going along these jagged cliffs on one side, and the path narrows a good bit. So as you're going along this jagged path, it's about 10 feet wide in most areas. So it's enough where you're not just tiptoeing across the very edge, but on one side is kind of a sheer wall, and then there's a sheer drop that goes from maybe 40 feet to up to 80, 90, 100 feet in some places. Kind of goes up and along these little cliffs. So who is heading toward the front of the group and middle and the back?
I'm gonna be towards the front, I think.
All right. Awarshisk
I'll go. I'll stay up front too.
Awarshisk and Fabian toward the front.
I guess I'll be in the middle.
Sure.
I'll also be in the middle.
Faith and Marion in the middle. That would leave Petra and Horatio in the back.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Petra and Horatio. What are your perception bonuses?
For no reason.
6.
6 for Horatio.
Well, 5.
5 for Petra. Okay. Petra, as you're beginning to, come to these narrow pathways along the cliff, the words of Victor Volcano ring out in your head, and you just get this little creeping suspicion. You always feel like something's watching you because your shadow is, always constantly lingering on the edges of your vision. So there's something about it that just kind of makes you turn your eye for a minute, and you see very quickly a number of figures kind of dart into a nearby bush right about where the cliffside path starts to go up and around. And you see them kind of dart into a bush. You hear this like mechanical, like wooden geared wheel sound, this and you can kind of see part of what looks like a long elongated shoe sticking out from a bush, kind of not too far behind your group.
I see something over there. Looks like a shoe, and there were some people running near it.
You point this out for the action to the rest
How
of the
far
group.
away was this that she saw?
Probably about 100 feet behind you.
Okay, so
kind of
ways.
point out. So you see this thing, and you see the rest of you all see this shoe kind of slip into the bush.
How big is the shoe?
Very big,
A gargantuan size
Like-
shoe.
very
Like-
large size shoe.
Like my size, or like my like how?
It's 100 feet away.
Long. It's hard to tell, but
Yeah.
it seemed like an unnaturally long
Okay.
shoe.
Maybe a clown shoe.
Definitely from the.
Oh no.
Maybe
So-
a welcoming committee in the
Cast
either
detect
the
magic.
sarcastic way or the normal way.
So detect magic in the immediate vicinity, I don't believe tells you anything besides what you already know on your.
Probably farther than 30 feet away.
Yes.
Right.
Is it? Is there a way where we can break vision of them?
Yes, you see that the cliff pathway soon would veer off toward the northwest further, and kind of put you around a bend, so it puts you out of sight from the path behind you.
So what if we? I'm gonna I guess turn the other direction and say what if we go around the corner, and then wait, and then see if they're coming around the corner to try to follow us.
Oh, do something stealthy?
Um,
We could even have one of us hide and sort of, I don't know, see if anyone passes by.
well, 'cause if we break vision with them, they'll have to run up to here if they're still trying to follow us,
Yes.
right?
I agree.
Like my cat does. So
Sounds
what if
reasonable.
we go around this corner and then wait and see if anything happens?
All right. Just
Like, you try to keep an
casual.
eye on them.
Maybe we can turn the corner and then try and hide in the bushes or something.
Alrighty. So
Okay,
the
yeah, let's go around the corner and then set up an ambush.
That's right.
Alrighty. So your plan is to just go right around the corner, trying to act all casual and, easy like, we're just doing a little jaunt, we're walking our way around.
The problem is the ambush is at the corner, right? So half of them jump out at the bend, and then the rest come up from behind. And what we should have done is go toward the people we saw. I'm just guessing.
Okay. So you all make your way, turning the corner. And what I'd like in this case is, since you have some time to kind of, go and tuck yourself. Now, I'm assuming, are you reversing your order along the path? So, Oroshus, Favian come kind of stay back, and then Faith, Marion, and then in the back from, basically taking your marching order and flipping it around, or are you keeping those same people in the back so that they catch up to those people first?
I'll probably flip everybody around, right?
Well, they're a clown. I suspect. How dangerous can a clown be?
How dangerous can a clown be?
So you all
Better than fighting a bird.
assuming that this clown is one of the clown you met before during the circus performance, Jellico Bounce Bounce. Jellico Bounce Bounce is worth me showing to you all again.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
like
right. He
this.
was terrified, wasn't he? Like practically
Yeah.
dripping blood.
He's unpleasant. Takes things a little too far in many of his acts, and is as capable juggling bowling pins as knives. So
So the answer to my question is very.
yes, very scary clown. So you all flip your order around. So what I like is everyone to type in chat what your stealth DC is. So 10 plus your stealth modifier in C, since you have some time.
Oh,
to
10
like,
plus.
Yes, 10 plus your stealth modifier, because you're essentially kind of taking 10 on this as being able to sneak around here and stay there. All right.
We get to follow the expert.
If one of you is good at stealth.
Yeah,
is someone
If
that good at
anybody
stealth?
is an expert,
Not yet.
Yeah, but
Is it-
we're not
Technically.
hiding from them. They're trying to find us. So I don't think
Yeah,
we're
we're
not
not doing
rolling. So
action.
probably the expert doesn't help.
Am I doing this wrong? Because mine's a lot lower than everybody's.
I mean, are you trained in stealth?
I have it says mod 1, and then
Do you
I
have
have
dexterity?
I have a 6. I have a 6 stealth, but then at mod 1. Do I go by the 6 or the 1?
the 6.
Oh.
The 6.
See, this is
Ah.
I still don't understand these character sheets. Then never mind. Mine's actually a 16. I was about to.
I was talking to myself. 17. Turn off talking to myself so you can actually see what I said.
Yes. Is anybody an expert or higher in stealth?
No.
So no, you may not follow the expert because no one's that good at it.
All right.
Fabian you did not take
No, he did
expert stealth.
performance.
Yeah, no, I want to be good the next time we have.
Okay.
He's a clown.
Yeah,
he's a performer.
totally fair.
Okay.
I will invest in my thieving skills going forward, but I thought, no.
I mean, we need somebody who can invest in performance, I think. Otherwise, we're just going to fail every circus performance.
No, I really focused on that at this level.
Jellico's emphasis on the murder clown, and your emphasis on the murder clown.
That's clever. Very clever.
Can I, is there the cliff wall we're next to, right?
Yes.
Can I be up the wall?
Sure. How high up the wall do you want to climb?
Let's go, I don't know, 20 feet. Why not?
Okay. Sure. You do your lizard climb and kind of get yourself up the wall a good bit.
Does Orange just get gecko toes?
I do.
Stuck there. So what happens is you all kind of wait there for a moment, waiting for a moment, and it starts faint at first, and it's pretty hard to hear over the ocean you're next to. The waves are kind of crashing against the cliff face, spray of sea salt coming up to meet you, but you hear this, and it's like this mechanical wheel sound, something wheeled coming up the path. And what you see is rounding the corner, there are a few figures who only one of them does seem to notice you. So what you see is kind of around off the edge of the map is where the corner is, right? you see Daring Danica, her lion Leandris, Jellicoe Bounce Bounce, and this wheeled carnival contraption thing down here that
Is this
looks...
map lit?
Should I be able to see?
Oh, maybe. It should be down here.
Me too.
And let's
Sounds
see.
like the answer is no because I can see.
I cannot see.
Daylight.
There, I can see now.
Okay.
Yes, it is daytime. Sorry about that. Now you should be able to see down at the very bottom, and this strange-looking thing that is with these two performers looks like this. It is an invention that you have some familiarity with. You don't have any at the circus of whatever your circus is called. I forgot.
Wayward Wonders?
Wayward Wonders. Thank you. It was a W. You don't have any of these here in your circus, but at the Celestial Menagerie, they would be used occasionally. These kind of automaton-like creatures that were used kind of in stand-ins and dangerous situations, or whenever they felt like didn't feel like performing that day, they'd send these in. One of them is there. Daring Danica kind of takes just a couple steps, and then like pulls everybody back around the corner, and it's like you hear the thing, and you hear a honk honk sound of footsteps, of which you assume to be Jellicoe Bounce Bounce. And you kind of from around the corner, Danica just like kind of peeks her head out, and it's like, shit.
Whoa.
Does she see all of
You're
us?
not as sneaky as you thought you were, Danica.
She's kind of just barely poking her face out and kind of looking around at you guys pressed up against the thing there. You pieces of shit. Damn it! I knew
Don't
your
call us
clowns.
pieces of shit, you pieces of shit.
Right?
If you're gonna try and murder us, just get it fucking over with. Stop whining about how you're bad at it.
Oh, well, you hear Jellicoe Bounce Bounce. You heard him, Danica. We should just go ahead and kill them.
Jesus
Daring
Christ.
Danica takes a few steps out around the corner. Fine. We'll kill you all, and then get a promotion from Mistress Dustlight. And then we're gonna dance on your corpses. And then we're gonna bring you back from the death and kill you again. All right? So, just, let's get him! Ah! And goes to attack you all. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
I don't know what is more unlikely in that statement she just made.
Can we roll stealth?
I'll say yes. You can roll stealth for initiative.
I'm so excited that these aren't animals because I won't feel bad murdering them all. Well, wait, hold on.
Wait, but there is the Leandris is an animal though, right? Or do you mean when you say they're animals?
Leandris is as a lion.
Well, the other, like y'all didn't want me to kill the snakes or the bears or whatever.
There's a lion, a robot, and 2 people.
Yeah.
Robots aren't people.
Just because she's trying to be intimidating, Danica's gonna roll intimidation for initiative.
And I didn't take hydraulic push today. Man,
Push them off the cliff.
sure would have been nice to push her off a cliff.
We do
Well, there could be.
Hermitage.
There still could be pushing.
We're not actually gonna murder them, are we? Like, we're just gonna rough them up, right?
They're
Well,
trying to
I don't
kill
know.
us.
Are you gonna murder them?
We did know that the Hermitage was on the cliff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, come on, Patrick.
All right.
Wait a second, did I?
I mean, I took feather
I
fall.
also didn't prepare hydraulic push. Damn it!
Boy.
Okay. Faith, you are
We
first
failed.
to act. What do you do
Get you
against
have to do
these
the old-fashioned pushing.
evil Celestial Menagerie members?
So, what are the pushing rules? Out of curiosity.
Shove.
A shove. It's an
Shoving is the
athletics
answer.
check.
Do I
Yeah.
have it or it?
It's an action and it's an athletics check.
You push an opponent away from you. Attempt an athletics check against your opponent's fortitude. Critical success. You push your opponent up to 10 feet away. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance in the same direction.
Hmm.
Success, you push your opponent back 5 feet. You can stride after it, but you must move.
I think I'll
And
choose
critical
not to
failure,
do that
you lose your
second part.
balance, fall, and land prone. I assume if you're pushing someone off the cliff, you'll choose not to stride after them.
Yeah, that would be about wise.
You're not the boss of me. I can choose whatever I want.
Would you get a check?
But it's hard to non-lethally push somebody off a cliff, which is my problem.
Well, I think that once they're off the cliff, it's really out of your hands, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, just
it's
do 'em then.
gravity's decision to whether to be lethal or not.
Yep, that's right. So, what you doing with your 2 actions, Faith?
I don't know. I really wish I had 3 actions. Does that count as something to do?
I asked very politely for 3 actions. Just
No
so you-
wishing for more actions.
Just to get an idea of what's kind of down here. Give me 1 second. Oh,
Ah! Oh, in that case, oh no, wait, no. Can't end in somebody's square. I am going to charge, not take the charge action, but charge up using all 40 of my movement
okay.
as 1 action.
Wow, no fear.
I mean, a little fear, but I don't have ranged weapons, so there's not really a lot of choices here. And then I guess try to punch a clown. This seems weird. Let's-
Sure.
So I'm gonna key strike on Jellicoe Bounce Bounce.
Okay. Jellicoe Bounce Bounce, as a reaction, will bob and weave, kind of as you go to punch it.
Okay. Does a bob and a weave hit?
He does not bob enough. So he will take that 6 points of bludgeoning damage, an additional 7 force. All right.
Does negative damage hurt people?
Yep.
Living creatures, yes.
And he's alive, probably. He looks kind of alive.
One hopes.
I'm gonna make it negative damage.
Okay. You go forward, and as he's bobbing, you just sock that clown right in the nose. And he reels back, and this kind of wound spreads across, like breaking his nose, and this necrotic energy swirling across his capillaries across there. And very hurt by that. You said you were making that a stunning strike, too?
Well, I have to do the second attack first, but yeah.
Ah.
So he has to make a fortitude save.
Okay. He makes...
7 misses.
Nope. And he gets a 26 on his fortitude save.
That's enough.
Alright. He kind of reels back.
I'm not telling you what the DC is, but it's less than 26.
And he just has, like, all these knives suddenly when he comes back up. And he seems rather unhappy with you, Faith.
I wish I had more actions. I could just run away.
Yeah,
but
the
no.
stone kind of lingering around your legs and your feet. It's like, quite enough to move. Marion.
I am getting out my crossbow, and I'm going to shoot at the mechanical carny.
All right. Firing upon the mechanical carny. .23 will hit.
Yeah.
For 4 points of piercing damage. So you see that the crossbow bolt goes into the wood of the carny and just kind of like and just quivers there standing. It doesn't seem to slow it down too much.
I reload.
She's like, uh-oh. Okay, let's see how your brother can do better. Horatio.
I would like to recall knowledge on Daring Danica.
Okay.
Nobody ever does this for humanoids, but it's a society
It's
check.
a thing.
It's
There
totally a thing.
is something about it. Give me 1 second, because there's a thing.
Do I get a bonus because I know her?
Maybe a lower DC.
Like almost want it to be like a society check.
Yeah, that's what it is for humanoids, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Society check. Yeah, society check.
So that's a +9.
Okay. And there's something about.
About Mary.
Sorry, I'm just there's a very specific rule that goes into the thing here. Okay. All right. So, what'd you say your bonus was again?
9.
Yeah. You beat it anyway. Okay. Yes, you successfully recall knowledge about Daring Danica.
She's unique, isn't she? There's
she-
only one Daring Danica.
She is unique. That is the thing, is that, I mean, I bumped it down because you do know her, so it's not quite as bad as it normally would be. You've worked with this person before, you know about Daring Danica. So she is a lion tamer. You know, what she can do isn't quite as bad as what Leandrus could do. She has her whip and stool. She's the very traditional lion tamer act with it. And that whip she knows how to use pretty well. But she's also used to using it pretty offensively on Leandrus and kind of spurring him on to attack. So yeah, it's Daring Danica, whip and stool, and the real danger there is Leandrus, who is a lion. It's a full ferocious lion.
And she, I don't know, probably killed our bear tamer because she sucks. That's my first action. For my second and third actions, I am going to reach a hand out and cast Blur on Petra.
All right.
Go get him, Petey.
Petra is blurred.
What specifically does
So
that
for 1 minute, you have concealment, which is a 20% miss chance against you, essentially.
mean? Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's all it does. Cool. Easy to remember. So Petra's form begins to wobble back and forth. So she is currently concealed. Boop. Okay, now it is time for the clown, Jellicoe Bounce Bounce. Jellicoe Bounce Bounce just got punched in the nose by Faith. It doesn't like that very much. So,
It was a very friendly punch.
It was like a greeting punch,
Exactly.
like a handshake.
yeah, you're right next to him. He's doesn't have to juggle when you're like right here. He's just gonna go to stab you a bunch with these daggers. So he stabs 3 times with dagger.
I wanted to move, but no. Stupid rules.
So
Stupid
first is
rules.
a 26 to hit you.
That will hit?
4 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
That's not so
The
bad.
next is a 16,
That will not hit.
and then the last is a 15. So one of those daggers does successfully find purchase as the clown just murder clown full-on stabby mode against you, Fabian.
I'm going to use 2 actions to get to here, and then I'm going to stab the mechanical carny, who will be flat-footed because I entered this in stealth. So I can actually use the surprise attack. I don't know if I can sneak attack a mechanical thing, but we'll find out.
Unless it is immune to precision damage.
19 will definitely hit its flat-footed AC. So, you get an extra d6 of damage on top of that.
Yes! Love it.
It's not immune to precision damage. But, has that thing going on.
No.
No, just supposed to do damage, and then that's the end of the
Yeah.
turn.
Just
Take my damage.
Probably got some kind of DR. It's a machine.
Yes, so as your rapier kind of goes and rakes into it, it's like hitting wood first, but then you slide to the side and you see some like bolts and springs fly out the side. Ping! Go out. So you probably messed something up in there a little bit, but it will. Ping. I think is that your turn, Fabian?
That is Petra.
Okay, Petra, on to you.
I probably should have done this before, but is it an action to put the potency crystal on my weapon?
It's a 10-minute activity.
Okay, that's why I should have done
I
it
think you
before.
already have something on your weapon. If you go to the inventory, I think you already had something there.
I think I had the air bow.
Albert
Owl
claw.
bear.
Yeah. So if you have the
Better.
attached Albert claw below the longsword. No, you have an attached potency crystal.
Oh.
You had.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. Does that stack with the? It stacks with the Magus one, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll double check though.
Well, if it does, I'm going to take an action, do the Magus potency on my weapon, and then I'm going to move 25 feet.
No, actually, I'm mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both item bonuses.
Okay.
Magus Potency just gives you the +1 to attack.
So I can do one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it lasts for a minute though, versus the Potency Crystal, which is 1 attack, but it gets a +1 to attack and does an extra damage dice if it hits.
Okay. Well, then I will do. Okay, so I restart that whole thing.
Okay, so you've moved as 1 action.
Yeah.
There. Yep.
And then I'm gonna do produce flame since I can't actually get there this turn.
Alright.
I'm gonna just like cast that.
Sure. Who you hurling a flame at?
The creepy clown.
Alright. You go to hurl fire at Clown. A 17 will indeed hit for 6 points of fire damage as the clown is now on fire. And bloody from that. So
Wow.
Jellicoe's not looking good. Creepy Clown is not looking good at all.
Wow.
If we just kill him and make an example out of him, maybe the other ones will just leave us alone.
Maybe.
Well, let's see about that. The mechanical
It's a
carnage.
lion I'm worried about.
Yeah, right next to Fabian. Let's see here. Is going to take these spring-loaded fists, raise them up, and
No.
go and try to punch you in a very comical manner, but they will hurt. So
Takes me right back to my days in their circus.
Yep. First is a 21 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Okay. It is 11 bludgeoning damage, but it is
Oh my god.
it is non-lethal.
Okay, well thank goodness for that.
So it does that with the other fist too.
Great.
That is a natural 1 to miss. So the other one just overextends completely and goes that. And then finally you see it just kind of like roll forward a bit and try to headbutt you. But that's only an 8 to hit.
Okay.
So one fist just boom, socks you in the gut and hurts a lot. Arshisk, you are 20 feet up on the wall right now.
It's gonna take too long to climb over there. I'm just gonna drop down.
Alright, I believe you can try to.
I have catball and am an expert in athletics.
So that reduced it by 25 feet, if I remember
That's right.
correctly.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Both.
Oh, yeah. Athletics for acrobatics, tree falls is 25 feet shorter. So yeah, you can just kind of like release and land on there. No action required. You're just kind of.
Would it be an action to take out Ebola?
Yes, to retrieve an item is generally an action.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I can't reach either way. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Sure.
Because I have fleet now, so I can do 35. And then I'm gonna try to trip the lion.
Okay. Sure, I believe that's against its reflex DC.
Athletics against reflex.
Ooh, 29 to trip the lion.
Is that a crit?
Shit. Shit. Yes, it is. You do critically just manage to sweep a leg out from the lion, just kind of taking it completely by surprise. Everybody here's like, "Whoa!" As you just kind of like bring one massive.
It
paw
has
up.
4 legs.
I use my
And-
tail.
That's always landed on their feet.
So it falls prone and takes 1d6 damage. I'll let you roll that.
Nice.
2 bludgeoning damage.
2 bludgeoning damage to Leandris.
Hits its
Ow.
head on the ground as it falls over.
That was a bear.
No, it's not the same at this point.
Sorry. Bears, lions, oh my. So you do successfully trip this lion, which is bad for him. And do you have another action, Orishus?
I don't know, just dropping from a cliff, an action.
No, just that's a release action. That's a release-free action, just like.
Raise shield.
All right, you're kind of like preparing for the onslaught. Soon to.
I just tripped the lion that's about to go.
Okay. Daring Danica is incensed. She's like, "What the fuck? You just can't trip my lion like that!" She raises her whip and then slams it down on Leandra. She's like, Get up and kill this stupid lizard!" So she will use her Sting of the Lash on her. So that spurs Leandris on.
You shouldn't whip a lion.
She's going to command the lion, so the lion will stand up as an action, get back to its feet, and go and try to sink its jaws around your throat, Oarshisk. So he will make a jaws attack. That will be a 27 to hit you.
Dang it, that hits.
10 points of piercing damage. Kind of goes past your shield and does that. And then Danica is going to kind of smirk and go with her weapon, her whip, and she is going to attempt to trip you. A stunning reversal of fate. So, double check on this. Trip ability. Yeah, just gonna try to trip you. So, what is your reflex DC?
I have 11 plus 11. So wait, I'm an expert.
So 21 in that case.
Okay, 21 then. Yeah.
She gets a 24, and she can reach with her whip, so she kind of takes you, and a bit of irony, wraps around your leg and pulls you to the ground. Not a critical, but you do just land prone.
Okay.
But then, you probably should have done that before Leandris went, but that's okay. We live and learn. Faith, we are then back to you.
I guess I'm gonna flurry on Jellicoe.
clown.
I'm gonna flurry the clown. Say make the clown cry.
All right, you punch the clown a lot.
16
Tries to
probably
bob and
misses.
weave out of the way. Yes, 16 does miss.
Right, another attack.
9 misses as well.
I'm just going up. Try a third attack. Ugh.
Nope. The stone still lingering on your fists.
So tired.
You go to punch a bunch, but the clown bobs and weaves. Can't get me, can't get me. And what's your attacks, Marion?
Marion strides forward. He glares menacingly at Daring Danica for a demoralize.
Ooh, against her will DC.
Yep.
Yes, that will succeed. She's frightened 1, I believe.
Then it's going to shoot the crossbow at her.
Okay, 17 will hit for 8 points of piercing damage. You just absolutely lay a crossbow bolt into Daring Danica. What the fuck? She seems a little shaken by that.
You should be nicer to that lion.
All right, Marion feathers Daring Danica. Ratio.
I'm gonna look at what's going on, consider, and then use my entire action to three action magic missile Jellicoe bounce. See if we can put him down.
Ooh.
12 damage.
12
Your time's up,
damage.
Bouncy.
The magic missiles cascade from you, Horatio, flying along the cliffside, and they. You see this kind of gout of blood cough up from Jellicoe bounce, and splatters on the cliffside walls. You kind of like. And seems extremely hurt, bloodied, and kind of like looks over to Danica. Fuck this! Oh, I'm going back! And just is not dead, but extremely hurt. It's his turn next, so he will just take 3 actions and run, just like running back down the cliffside and running away.
Oh my god. What?
So he ends up 35. He ends up. Let me double check the distance here in case one of you wants to strike him down. Yeah, he ends up basically another 60 feet off the edge of the map.
He runs fast in those clown shoes.
The entire way.
Apparently not very stealthily, though.
All right, Fabian.
Okay. I would like to try to feint Darling Danica.
Faint.
Daring Danica.
That's a different encounter.
Oh my. Yeah, that's a deception roll, right?
Yes, I believe so. So a 12 will not beat her will DC. Sure, 20 will, I believe, hit? Yes, it will. But once more, you find that it is not, doesn't care too much about your rapier strikes. It seems to be still holding together one position. So unfortunately, a 16 will miss Daring Danica. Oh wait, Shaken does to armor class, doesn't it? Frightened, I mean. Yes, it does, because she is still frightened and shaken from seeing the eyes of the grave of Marion step forward and stride along the cliff face. She loses her defenses for just enough that you are able to stick her with 2 points of piercing damage. Sure. Maybe that'll work. That was Fabian Petra.
Okay. The potency crystal is like it's a free action to. Hold on, let me see. How
Yeah, before you attack, you say, I'm using the potency crystal now, and it's going to give you a +1 on that attack, and if you hit with that one, you get an extra damage die.
It's just one attack, correct?
Just one attack, and then it gets burned up.
Okay, so I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
Activate that as a free action.
Okay, the potency crystal
And then I'm going...
breaks and then imbues your sword with white glowing energy.
And then I'm going to attack, I guess, Leandris, because he's there. So it's a +1, right?
Yes. Are you doing a spell on top of this or no? Because you could do 2 actions, put a spell, and move as part of that,
Yeah,
and then
that's
strike.
Yeah, that's a better idea. I'll do that.
Sure.
So, +1.
Yeah. Let's see, hit first. Yep, a 25 will hit. So off the bat, it
Produce
does.
flame I put on it.
Sure, it does an extra D8 of damage. So go ahead and roll another D8 on top of that.
Okay.
So 8 points of damage, and then go ahead and, as the sword glows with flame as well. Ooh. Yeah, that will also hit for another 11 points of fire damage on top of
Leave
that.
that to me, man.
The lion
Good thing I have blur, right?
roars. Yes, the lion looks at you enraged as the flames strike against it. Full animalistic. And you can see that it doesn't really back down. It's been trained so cruelly that it sees this fight and wants to just get further into it. Alright, so that
So
was...
fire didn't scare it, boo.
Nope. It's a cruel beast. Connie is going to go. Mechanical Connie. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep punching Fabian. That sounds like fun. Just clap.
I'm right
cat
here.
Clown and the mechanical Carney. Boing, boing. As the spring-loaded fist reaches out. 25 to hit you.
That'll hit. Ugh,
9 points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
could be worse.
Second attack
Could be
is
worse.
19 to hit you.
19 will not hit.
Oh, you dodge out of the way of the second one, and then it will follow up with another headbutt against you. With only a 9 though.
Oh, get out of here.
Alright.
Although stop hitting me with the first attack.
Yeah, oof, you take that first blow, 9 points of damage, and then keep fighting. Arshisk.
I'm gonna
Prone.
stand up.
You
I'm gonna stand up.
Alright.
I'm gonna sprint after Jellicoe.
Okie dokie.
I'm not gonna let him get away. He is how many feet from me?
He is currently 60 feet off the edge of the map, so it's 45 feet to get to the edge, and then 60 feet beyond that. So he's 105 feet away from you right now.
I'll move 80 feet in his direction because my speed is 40 now that I have panache from tripping the lion.
Oh, all right. So you kind of get up and then just do and move 80 feet. You said.
In his direction.
Okay, so you move 45 and then 35 feet more off the map. So Arsh is just booking it.
I don't think he can outrun me.
Okay, you all see Orcs go down the path. The clown turns around. Ah! shit. As Orcs turns after the clown. Daring Danica looks back, mother, and is upset. Is going to see what's going on here. Look at Petra. I never liked you, Petey.
I didn't like you either.
And sends the sting of the lash once more against you, and is going to this time try to trip you first, Petra. So, it's technically an attack. So I don't know if blur goes into.
Oh yeah, she has concealment. If it hits, DC 5 flat check.
Yeah.
Unless it's an area,
Yep.
basically, or magic missile.
If it targets.
Magic missile whip.
Magic missile wins.
Yeah, you're right. So she'll go ahead and make DC 5 flat check first. And gets a 7. So it does pierce through the concealment. And then what is your reflex DC? So 10 plus your reflex bonus.
16. Shut up.
She gets a critical
Crit.
trip.
Oh.
Yep.
So she
I will
gets an extra
punch
D6.
that bitch.
Yep. So she takes the whip and wraps it around your leg and yanks with all her might. Your head hits hard against the stone cliff face. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from that, but then you are prone.
Okay.
So then she will spur Leandris on to just devour you. While you're down on the ground, taking an opportunity in the opening. So, Leandris, you're currently flat-footed, so your AC is reduced by 2. And Leandris goes first with his jaws, trying to go around your neck. We'll make the flat check to see, because you are still concealed. It does pass with a 10, so the jaws against you is a 23 to hit you. So, 9 points of piercing damage. That's the bite from the lion. And then we'll try for a claw, which is another DC 5 flat check. And misses due to concealment. The claw about to come down and swipe on you, but the blurred image, it just hits a puff of dirt and sits out from there and looks around confused. Daring Danica still has an action left. She's going to take this small stool and just bash it over Fabian's head.
Oh.
Rude.
That's a crit.
So it breaks the
Lord.
stool, right?
No, it breaks Fabian's head. It's only, even on a crit, 6 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Fabian. It just kind of smacks you with the stool and says, "You're all going
Faith's gonna have
down."
to heal me later, and I don't know what
Is
I
it
fear
when you
more.
get a crit with an item that's you're not just like a random item, it breaks the item?
With an improvised, I mean, don't know if it counts as improvised because she specifically fights with it.
Oh, okay, I see.
But,
Yeah, it's like a club for her.
yeah. So we're on to Faith.
How did I become the meat shield?
Well, you just got hit.
Yeah, I got hit a lot by a lot of different things.
What happened is we don't have a fighter in the party. We have our front line is a monk, a magus, rogue, and a swashbuckler, which are all the
damage.
4 squishiest of the front line.
Now, the only thing about improvised weapons is you take a -2 penalty to attack rolls with an improvised weapon, which that is included in her bonus.
Okay.
So, but yeah, what are you doing, Faith?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot it was me. So the lion is bloodied, but the
Yes.
woman is not bloodied.
And
Daring Danica
she is not frightened anymore either.
no longer frightened.
He's emboldened.
I am gonna try and push her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make my athletics check.
Sure. No,
I-
you won't.
I-
Oh no!
no.
You
Oh,
critically
that's bad,
failed.
right?
You
Uh,
fall
fall
prone. She kind of sees that, takes the stool, and just kind of pushes you back with the flat part of the stool, and you just fall poof, on your butt.
Shove. There it is.
So you fall prone. Danica laughs maniacally.
I'm gonna stand up and then my turn.
That's your second action. Oh, so sad. Poor
It's me
face.
sad.
It's
Marion.
like a circus.
It's like a circus. Yep.
A comedy of errors, if you will. Is Marion
I'm
there?
going to
Okay.
reload. And yeah, I'm going to shoot at Danica again.
All right. 17 versus Daring Danica. That, yep, just hits for 3 points of damage.
Awesome.
Yep. So she takes another bolt, grazing against her side, and looks over at you. You're not getting away, you stupid, creepy goth kid.
And then I'm going to cast Guidance on Fabian.
Nice.
All right. Ye guided, Fabian. Horatio.
I'm going to move and then check my range. Okay. That is unfortunate. Don't think I could have gotten. Yeah. Okay. So I will cast Electric Arc, and I will target Leandris and Danica.
Okay. Leandris makes a reflex save. It gets a 19. So 4 points of damage. Not looking great. And then Daring Danica will make her reflex save as well and get a critical failure for
Is that
18 points of electric damage.
You're bad at this, Danica.
Daring Danica standing up there, stool and whip in hand, fending off Faith and whipping into the downed Petra. You see kind of look around and you catch like the bit of salt air in the, salt spray going around and zap it through. It zaps Leandris, but Leandris kind of takes the brunt, turns around and sees Daring Danica just fuck you. Slump down an ashen heap. She is super dead.
Oh,
Leandris turns
He about to kill somebody.
and is just absolutely furious at the fallen Daring Danica. Horatio, devastating effect, very unfortunate on her part. Jellicoe, let's see, sees this lizard gaining on him. Is gonna shift, is gonna try to throw a dagger at you to slow you down. But you're 25 feet away from him, so it's that. So it's only a 15 to hit you.
No.
Okay. Alright. Yep, just a dagger goes and you kind of bat it away and he's like, ah! And he keeps running. So he moves 60 feet with 2 more actions. So currently he is going to be 85 feet away from you. And keeps running away. Fabian.
I think I'm going to strike that lion. Because it doesn't look like it's backing down, which was my original hope. So there's the first strike.
Yes, 19 will hit, and it is flat-footed, so you get a sneak attack on top of that.
Nice. I will roll my 1d6. Oh, much more damage than the actual.
8 points of damage. Leandrus is standing on his last legs, trying to keep up the fight.
And then I will use that guidance to add 1 more when I strike with this attack. Oh, but that's not going to help.
Nope.
Oh well.
You spend the guidance like, I got this, but to finish off the lion, but you don't got this.
And then I'm going to use my last action to run away.
Alright.
I'm a little too injured to get punched by that clown again. Or that
Sure.
mechanical monstrosity.
Petra. You're prone, standing up as an action.
Okay, I stand up.
You stand up.
So, I'm just going to try to attack. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Let's see. Let's see.
A 24 will hit with a deft sword strike. You bring the lion down,
I thought I was gonna have to do 2, but no.
and the lion slumps to the ground, no longer moving.
Okay. I have 1 more action, but I'm gonna look at the mechanical carny and be like, you gonna do anything? And then...
It still seems to be going around, like, looking for things to punch.
So... I'm gonna step back a little bit and just see what it does.
Punches.
Yep, you just kind of
Just come straight for me.
Alright, the carny wheels and will, from where it is, punch Faith with its spring-loaded fists. So,
Unfair.
yep, it's got reach for those. The first is a crit!
That can't be good.
Faith, you take 20 points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage. Is it just BAM! Right in the face. Poof! Kind of has you seeing stars for a moment.
That all you got?
It goes to the second attack. It's only a 9 though.
That'll miss.
And it will just wheel over the body of Leandrus and kind of come in the middle here. Alarshis.
So if I move 80 feet to him, am I in melee range?
Yes.
Then I'll move 80 feet to him with 2 actions and confident finisher. And think about using my claws, but I'm gonna use my fist.
Okay. Alright. So unarmed attack against that. A 20. He attempts to bob and weave, but it is not enough, so this non-lethal.
That's right.
Alright. You go forward, the clown squeaks, squeaks, squeaks with his shoes, keep going, 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 and then you come, just clock him in the back of the head. He slides a bit along the ground, but then does not move, knocked unconscious.
Those are my 3 actions then.
Alright. And then, so you're, like, a lot of feet away from the...
That's right. Many feet away.
Many feet away.
Can I see them at least, or no?
Yeah, you can see him just.
I guess they're around the
ditto.
corner, aren't they?
Like, you may be able to see Faith from where you are. Faith, it is in your turn.
I'm gonna punch the carny twice. I'm gonna flurry on the carny.
Flurry on Mechanical Carney. 17 does hit. These are magical, right?
Yeah. Wait.
Now
You're
you
safe.
have magical fists.
We're third level, right?
That's right.
Yeah. That my punches are mystic. I got mystic strikes, baby.
Okay, your magical punch dents in the wood of this thing, hurting it a good bit.
Okay. Second punch. Same as the first.
Another
Better than the
8 points
first.
of damage.
Okay.
Yes, it's looking pretty bad at this point.
And then I'm gonna battle medicine myself as an action.
Sure.
Ugh. Oh shit. No. Fuck.
That's a natural 1.
It's a natural one.
Take 4 But you have like a thing, don't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna use my thing. Wait. No. Is it? Does it work?
Does it work on battle medicine?
The crying angel pendant. I think it's only treat dying.
Oh yeah, Crying Angel Pendant wouldn't work in that. It's treat.
When I fail to administer first aid.
Yeah, like help something else recover. Pretty sure it's
Okay.
first aid.
You have a hero point that will also help you re-roll it.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my hero point instead.
Yep, you just try that again.
So I will do another medicine check.
Man, that
13, which is not a success.
Not a critical failure though, so you don't hurt
Well,
yourself anymore.
I got a 4.
Yeah.
I'm just really bad at rolling.
Yeah, you try to help yourself out, but it just doesn't seem to work. Alright, so that comes to Marion.
Let's see. Boy, I do not have a lot of options against automatons.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be a living creature.
Yeah. God, what am I gonna do? I'm going to reload, shoot the carny with my crossbow. Hey,
there you go.
Alright, 8 points of damage. Not bad. Uses some of that, but it's not looking pretty bad. You can see the gears and the internal workings of this thing exposed for the sea air.
and I'm going to cast guidance on Petra.
Petra, you guided. And then Horatio. Another electric arc on this automaton. Reflex saving throw. It gets a 24. However, it has weakness to electricity. And so, with another devastating electrical arc, Horatio sends the lightning out, and it causes the Carney, much like Darren Danica, to go haywire for a moment, but then just explode in a shower of wooden and metal parts. The sea air rushes up, big wave once more, as you stand over the remains of the mechanical Carney, Leandris, Daring Danica, and a ways away, standing over him, Awarshisk over Jellicoe Bounce Bounce.
So they're dead. They're not like dying. They just.
I'm gonna
they just
carry
die?
Leandris and
Jellicoe.
Danica are dead.
Oh, why did it have to end like this?
However, you all get 90 experience points.
Oh, good.
Yay!
I feel
so you're
so
at 90 now.
experienced.
Steady.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna drag
put a 9
still
in
living,
front of this
or not
zero.
drag. I'm gonna carry his body up the hill up to where we are.
So the only person we
Okay,
didn't
let's-
actually kill was the clown, right? The clown.
Yep.
Yep.
Rush
I'm
is
gonna
dragging the
see
clown.
that they're dead.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we did kill the clown.
I know they were trying to
Oh,
kill us,
right.
The
but
clown is unconscious.
I thought about
Alive.
killing him
The
for a
Andrus-
second, but I
the-
decided
The Danica and Leandros are dead, and the automaton is
Blown up.
no
I'm
longer
gonna-
working. Broken.
Very broken. Like blown up.
I'm gonna convey that like I'm conflicted because in a lot of ways I wish we didn't have to kill her. I still knew her, but at the same time I hated her too, and I'm kind of glad that she's dead. And I feel
What a
bad for
planning.
being glad that she's dead.
What's that boy? Timmy's stuck in a well.
what are we going to do with her corpse? It feels wrong to just leave her here.
You're muted.
Oh.
No, it's not. Good.
There's a cliff right there. I feel bad about killing her, but she came here specifically to murder us. This is about what she deserves. I think we should see if there's anything useful that she brought, any written instructions or anything, and toss her over the cliff.
I chased after Jellicoe because I also hate him, and I did not want him getting away again. I don't know what we're gonna do with him.
I mean, we can stick him in Mordrain's box along with the druid, so whatever. They're perfect
mean, we could-
company.
But we were going somewhere.
The hermit.
Are we going to bring him with us? Should we go home, throw him in the box, and then come back to the Hermitage?
You know,
I
I
don't-
actually wonder whether we should just let him go.
Like, I mean, that
But
would
he,
certainly.
like, he takes pleasure in hurting other people. That's like his thing.
Well, I don't trust him around that little halfling in the box, and I don't really trust him around our own people.
Let him tell Mistress Dustlight exactly what happened. She'd get a message if nobody comes back, but she'll get a better one if he tells her every single little detail about exactly what happened.
Well, I wouldn't want to have to be him either and have to report that news to her. Can you imagine?
Has Jellicoe killed? Do I know that Jellicoe has killed people?
it would be such a shame if she were angry at him after this. Such a terrible shame for him.
People have long suspected that Jellicoe has done some murders, but there's been no actual proof.
I mean, letting him go seems, I don't know, somewhat complicit in future things. If we have him now and then we let him go off to do his thing.
Well, that's assuming that Mistress Dustlight doesn't, fuck him up herself.
I mean, we could always throw him over the cliff and let the gods decide.
I don't think I am okay with tossing an unconscious person over a cliff.
Even a clown.
If she kills him, well, that's on her for failing her. He did fail her.
I like the letting him go idea. Good job, Horatio. We can
I
take his
don't,
knives.
but if everybody else thinks it's best.
Well, we don't have anything to tie him up, do we?
We have a whip.
You mean to say that none of the rest of you carry 50 feet of rope with you at all times?
Let me check real quick.
Let me check my inventory.
Yep, I sure do.
Adventure.
Culver brothers pull out
So,
their
yeah.
ropes.
Well, let's fully disarm him.
Well, I have an entire climber's kit.
Yeah. So most of us have 50 feet of rope. Faith? Petra?
Kill the clown, let him go.
I think we should let him go. I think we should take his knives away and let him go.
Man, I'd kill that. I've hung
Man,
out
kill
with
that
this
clown.
dude. He's crazy. I did not feel bad about any of these people. But that's just me. I'm a vengeful woman.
So what's that? 4 in favor of letting him go, 2 against.
I think
The
so.
votes are in.
Well, there's just nothing we can do with him. And what's our long-term strategy? We can't hold him indefinitely.
No, we can turn him over to the authorities, I suppose.
You could throw
Oh,
him
yes,
to
they've
death
been
and
so
see what
helpful.
happens.
The problem is the authorities are dead.
The sheriff's in town. You found the body of.
Yup.
Dead or missing.
Does that make it any better? I don't know.
I think we just leave him here unconscious with a note. Just something like tell Mistress Dustlight hello for us. And continue on our way.
Oh, but let's search everyone thoroughly to make sure they have no magical items or anything of interest.
Of course.
Alrighty. So, you look over the remains of Daring Danica and Leandris and Jellicoe Bounce Bounce, and the mechanical carney is blown up. You do not salvage much beside broken, splintered pieces of wood and a few gears and springs from that thing. Leandris is a lion, doesn't have anything on him except a lion pelt. And Jellicoe Bounce Bounce. Jellicoe Bounce Bounce has 6 bowling pins, a clown costume, 6 daggers, and 4 pots of grease paint. And then Daring Danica has her Lion Tamer's outfit, a short stool, a whip, and then 25 gold pieces.
A pot of
Dang.
grease paint doesn't cast grease, does it?
Pot of grease paint, no. Maybe if you found an alchemist, they could take some of that and kind of craft it into something like that. But by themselves, it's just makeup.
Well, any weapon we're not taking with us, I say we throw over the cliff too.
We can use the daggers, surely.
Maybe.
Yeah, however many
Well,
there's 6.
I guess I can take the daggers. I mean, I can always throw them.
Horatio, do you have a dagger?
Don't really need a dagger.
Well, you can always throw it, right? So
Yes.
Are they
guess I will
simple
take-
weapons?
I believe so.
Yeah. I guess I can take. Well, no, I already have 2 daggers. I don't need more.
Well, I'll take them just so that they're not here. Who knows? Maybe I can get rid of them in town. How many were there? 5? 6?
6 daggers. 6. So there was also talk of potentially binding the clown. Are you going to wrap up?
No,
the clown?
we're just leaving him unconscious,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want to tie him up.
But we're gonna give him a note though, right?
You write a note. What note do you put on the body of the clown?
Say hello to Dusklight.
Say it does light for me. Sure. Scrub this
So-
out. Pin it to his outfit.
Or maybe
I'll-
just Dusklight, they failed.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Dusklight.
Which he's
P.S.
going to throw right into the water, but
P.S. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Marianne kind of grabs the note from you and writes the postscript.
And just to add a little bit more insult to injury, I'm going to take a rag and I'm going to wipe his face paint off his face.
oh yes. Yes.
Ultimate disrespect.
Ah.
So it's like desecrating a body for a
Ooh.
clown to wipe their makeup off of them. Oh, it's like you have your grandfather looking over your shoulder of that, and it's like oh.
I will walk
Goes
away
away.
from that. I don't know.
Baby,
Which I feel so
close
evil.
up.
I'll get closer.
Petra's like,
I want to watch.
watch. And I mean, he's just a underneath the scary makeup and everything, it's just like a older, like 40-something-year-old dude. Just a guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's more disturbing.
Yeah, you take off the clown makeup and it's just a regular person. You don't want to know how I got these scars. So do you have any more business with the body of Danica or Jellicoe?
I think we probably want to toss Leandris and Danica and the Carney off the cliff.
Yeah.
At least that's my thought.
I mean, I hate to agree, but I do agree. We
should we-
should get rid of them.
Say, I don't know. I'm not religious.
Is anyone religious here?
I am.
I don't think Petra is.
And she's not.
May-
She's.
May
sorry.
Pharasma judge them appropriately.
And you see the bodies just fall off the cliff and fall into the ocean below and are no more. With that unpleasantness behind you, you steel yourself. Do you wish to rest here and try to treat wounds, or do you press on along the cliff path?
I need some healing.
I also need some healing, Faith.
Okay.
But do we really want to spend a lot of time with the unconscious crazy killer clown here, or should we just take
Yeah,
off?
We could
little
go
bit
like
further.
15 minutes up the path before we do that.
Sure. So you go ahead just a little ways till you can no longer see that corner where the path begins, and out of eyesight of the clown should he awaken. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon by the time you do this.
I'm gonna start by healing myself.
I'm only down like 10, so I'm doing okay.
All right.
I succeed. I gain 22 hit points, which puts me at 33, which is almost full.
Anyone else doing stuff during that 10 minutes while Faith is doing some surgery upon herself? Refocusing and whatnot?
Can I do more than one potency crystal a day? Can I?
Yes, you can
I
spend this
already
10
had
minutes to
extra
affix
ones.
another one
Yeah.
to your sword. So
I'm being
you just mark
moody and
off
emo.
that you're spending one of your temporary ones. Okay. Anybody else you want to try
Yeah.
to treat Faith?
Heals, please.
I will try to treat
All right.
Please succeed.
Fabian. I almost said Fabian. I don't know why.
Whew, just barely for 9 whole points of healing.
Oh, good lord. 11
Why?
on 46, 48.
And while we're here, might as well try me too.
Try one on Awarshisk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Go for Awarshisk. Ooh,
Aha!
it's a crit.
I critted that one for. It doesn't matter though, because the crit's the same as a regular.
Yep, so Awarshisk gets healed up pretty well.
For 13.
13. That's good.
One day you'll
And-
learn feline anatomy.
And then I want to take 10 minutes to refocus.
Sure. You all take a little lunch here by the cliffside. Sound of the ocean roaring this whole time. Kind of peaceful now, away from the battle. Anything else you guys are doing while you're resting, or are you ready to press forward?
Orshus, I'll hold the whip up to him. You could probably get some use out of this. I know you normally like to, but you could be pretty impressive pulling someone down from 10 feet away.
I'll hold on to it, but I really don't like using Danica's weapon of choice. Like her personal whip.
It's the thing.
Well, it's not her personal anything anymore.
The problem was never the whip. The problem was always Danica.
I'll hold on to it. So it's just a regular whip.
Yep, just a regular old whip.
Just a regular old
Danica's whip.
whip. That's true. It's a special whip.
Who it belonged to. Any other resting activities, or do you press forward?
Onward.
Onward to victory. So another hour along the cliff pathway brings you all to an opening in the side of a cliff and a bit of an overhang area. So there's like an alcove into the cliff face, bringing you all to an area over here. This wide ledge juts from the cliff 50 feet above the inner sea, but is nonetheless splashed with spray and smells strongly of salt. 2 buildings hug close to the cliff wall. One is made of stone blackened in places as though from severe spot fires. The other is a large shed made of weathered wood. So the darkened stone building you see is over here. So all this building is kind of, regular side here with the 2 doors in the front. And then you see up in this direction over here, there is a shed, like a tool shed or something, kind of built right up against the cliff face. You also see 3 toad-like creatures reposing, kind of like looking at you warily on the side there. They look kind of like a cross between a walrus and a toad. And you can spot around where they are, there are these kind of like black, oily patches all around where they are up against the cliff face. And they just kind of look surly at you. One of them.
I would like to know what they are.
Sure. What is your nature?
6.
Plus 6, you say? Ha 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 ha. Let me double check this here. Okay. Plus 6 for your nature check. You know these creatures as slurks. S-L-U-R-K. It's a slurk. It is a sticky, tusked frog beast who like to climb around walls, cling to ceilings. They exude these secretions, these kind of sticky stuff, this slime. They can be severely limiting in your ability to move through it, and it's real gross. They are, feasting on either carrion or birds or pretty much anything they can kind of get their hands on. They're rather large. They're not terribly fast or super aggressive, but they're large, kind of territorial animals.
Right. Don't pet them.
Are you sure?
Yeah, as much fun as it might look, they will bite you. And you'll get oil slick all over your hands. Don't worry about it.
Are they gonna let us pass?
Well, I mean, we'll just give them a free wide berth. It's fine. Come on.
Okay.
So, one on the side here kind of takes a little saunter forward as you come around, looking warily at you. But you do see the doors, front doors here. So you see an elaborately carved double door with 2 forms on it. On the left, you see a sky god rising from a whirlwind with lightning in hand, this mighty, powerful male figure. And on the right, you see a sea goddess surrounded by a whirlpool. It is finely crafted, amazing artisanship. but it is kind of this very ornate carved door in this dark stone building on the seaside, a little bit of an ominous air about it.
So this is it, maybe?
I believe so. Probably, I would expect the male figure to be Go's rep, but who would the other one be?
It's also Gazra.
Oh.
I don't. Horatio doesn't know that.
Wow.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
There's a low, deep sound as Marion knocks on the door. Some of the slurks behind you kind of saunter forward a little bit. You hear a sound on the other side. Hear some footsteps. And a gruff male voice says, "Who is it?"
We're from the Circus of Wayward Wonders, but that's not why we're here. We were attacked by a rogue member of your order last night? 2 days ago.
2 nights ago. What was her name?
You expect me to believe some circus freak? Be gone from here. No business with you.
Jesus.
What do you know about Nemaya? Why would she want to kill the entire village? Cavort with demons?
You hear the footsteps kind of go away from the door.
Hello?
Well, that's just rude.
I'll step aside. Orsisk.
Marion, what's your perception bonus?
My perception bonus is 6.
Okay. Don't hear much from beyond the heavily carved wooden doors.
I would like to try and open the door.
Okay. You go ahead and open these wide doors, do a full Aragorn, pulling them apart. And when you do so, you reveal quite a scene. What you see is there is a small vestibule here with 4 columns, torches set in sconces there. The voice, you assume, comes from this retainer, this leather-armored, shield and trident-wielding, tough-looking hermit and follower of Gazra. There are 2 of them, kind of standing in there, kind of poised and almost at a battle-ready stance. Behind them, over here, there is a curtain, which is drawn closed. Also the columns are shaped, 2 of them like trees, and 2 of them like coral, and a heavy green curtain concealing the hallway behind. You see the 2 of them there, but then just through the corner over here, you can also see there's a 3rd one that's got someone grabbed in, ranged by his fist, and you see the familiar face of Mayor Aber, bloodied, broken nose, his clothes torn a little bit, and he looks around and says, "Oh, please, you've got to help, and the retainer there just clocks Mayor Aber across the face, knocking him out. He sends Mayor Aber to the ground, draws his trident, and the retainers come to rush and attack you, and that is where we will pick up next time on Really Playing Games, The Extinction Curse. Watch out for priests.
They're all in on it.
They're all in on it.